There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
I needed to make a quilt for, we have started sponsoring a little girl in India that's lives in a children's home there, and they're orphans. Orphans are apparently a problem in India. A lot of times their parents will pass and whatnot. So we've started supporting a girl, and she's 13, and the guy that we know that works with this organization, I asked him, I said, can we send gifts? And I said, I quilt, and I'd like to make her a quilt before winter. And he said, certainly. He said, she would love that. And I found out through the process that his wife quilts and is an avid quilter. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I mean, because I know her too. And so now I know, now I have that connection. But I asked him what color. I said, is there any way you can find out, what color she might like? Or does she have a favorite color? And I don't know if this is a standard answer. I don't know why he said it, but he says probably yellow or green. And I thought, oh, I get tired of working with green. And so I just got out my yellow bin, and most of those were fat quarters, but not all. Some of the fabrics I had a little more than a fat quarter. Some I had a little less. And I just hodgepodged them. And of course, when you look at it, some of those darks needed to be spread out, and some of the lights, it just is what it is. And I didn't spread them out as much as I wish I had of, but I'm very pleased with the quilt. And then I just did a yellow binding. The quilting, the next picture shows the quilting on the back. And so you can see, and this is one of my favorite quilting just patterns that I've done. I just love those flowers. They turn out good on everything. So.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
And that's more yellow than it looks. It looks kind of brown in that picture, but yeah, apparently I had a lighting issue too.
I will tell you that color of yellow, that citron color, you see a lot in the women's saris and stuff. So I can imagine them really liking that color.
Well, I thought, after I made it, I thought, it's this bright yellow, and it just looks so cheery for a young teenage girl. So
yeah, it's a gorgeous quilt.
How
are you doing on all your quilts for your coworkers?
Well, I haven't made a whole lot of progress. I did. I bought fabric for one since in the last 2 weeks. I bought fabric for another one, and then a backing for another one. But I haven't done any more cutting out. I've got to go to Michigan in 3 weeks, I think it is. We had to put my grandmother in a nursing home last week, and we have to have her apartment cleaned out by the end of October. And my mom, she has one brother that lives up there in Michigan, but my mom needs help. She needs some support and whatnot. And so I told her, I said, I'll take the week off and go with you. So I will at least have one more top done before I leave, because I'm going to need something to bind in the car on the way up there. We'll take turns driving, but when I'm not driving, I want to be productive. So, and that's a great time to do it, while we're on the road. So I'll have at least one more done.
If you have quilts that need binding, send them to Sheila before next week.
Well, I have a stack. I have a stack of other stuff. I'm just trying to get the work ones done.
Yeah, that's great. Next one is Sue.
So we were really lucky. That's my husband and my granddaughter. She's just turned 2, and we just were able to get together with them because my daughter took her kids to the pediatrician. Sorry, my dog has a squeaky in the background. He's having a great time, if you hear that. But anyway, so she got her kids tested, and herself and her husband, and they were negative. So we were able to get together with them last week. So I made this as a travel quilt. You fold it in half and then roll it up, and so Larry can carry it with him, wherever we go. And it turned out to be that was really good for snuggling and sitting together.
And this is the picture of it all rolled up. I like how it rolls so well.
So it just has the same binding as a tie. And the quilt in the background, Sheila, you inspired me to do quilts for gifts this year. So together we will be doing the angst thing in November, December, trying to finish. So that's one of the blue quilts for my friend who really likes blue. And those were all kinds of scraps that I had on hand.
Is that a braid?
I've never done that braid pattern before, but I decided to put sashing between because it's really busy when you, plus I needed it to be wider.
So is that one of the ones that we talked about the other day?
Yes.
Oh, wow, you were fast. Y'all, that was like, when was that over there? Thursday? Saturday?
Saturday?
I can't remember.
Friday?
Okay.
Saturday?
Yeah.
It
One
was,
of those
I'll tell you,
days.
I think it was more time
it was-
cutting those crazy things than it was sewing. Because you have
That is pretty.
You have to cut the corners, and I'm thinking you could probably do that and then cut the diagonals off afterwards. You know what I mean? Instead of
That's
cutting,
what a lot of patterns do. Yeah. You just lose fabric that way, I guess.
What'd you say, Sharon?
I said a lot of patterns have you do it that way, but I mean, you lose a lot of fabric that way. So if you're worried about,
right,
but we're not that worried about fabric. It'd be good to use it up.
Jaybird does it that way where you do them.
Do them all first and then just cut one long cut.
Yeah.
If I remember right, I think that's how she does them. Is that tie attached to that quilt, or is it a separate piece?
It's sewn on, so you just don't lose it, you know, if you're busy or you leave it in the car or it gets undone somewhere. The tie is sewn on.
Do y'all remember the quillos that had the pillow at the base of the back and you fold them all up and put them inside?
I never made one, but I liked them with other people.
I made one for my dad, and he used the pillow part to put his feet in to keep them warm.
My dad did the same thing.
He said, "I love this pocket down here for my feet." I'm like, okay, enjoy.
Well,
I don't know.
But in North Carolina, that's what they were for. They were for your feet. They weren't for the quilt folded up in there. That's intentional.
The next one is Terry. I know she's at work and actually in the booth right now, so I don't know if she can talk to us. Terry, can you talk? Whoops.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Let's see. Go back.
Okay, can you hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Zero.
Okay. I was able to finish this quilt. If you can, I can't see it on the, but it was a baby quilt that I made for my first cousin's portrait, and it's the Kira quilt. Oh, there it goes. And you know, Rosie uses a lot. I love the pattern. It's really quick and easy. You can't tell, but I used the lime green thread on the back on it.
Oh, very cool. What is the other picture? That's the backing.
Yeah.
She's a real sophisticated mother, so I wanted to use something stylish for her.
Yeah.
But I was working on quilting a quilt for Deb, so that's about all I've done in the last couple of weeks.
Wow, it's only one quilt.
That's not like you.
I know. Normally we have 3 or 4 from you.
My mother put the hammer down. I was doing all that piecing, and she told me I could not continue to piece until I got this baby quilt done. So, and then I had to get off the machine in order to be able to get that quilt up on the machine.
Yeah, that's very pretty. I love the colors in it.
What's the size?
Other quilts that I'm working on.
Oh, that is pretty. Wow.
Terry, what size is it?
It's like about maybe like 42 by 42.
Pretty.
It's not
Yeah.
Very cute.
She won't outgrow it really fast. It's pretty
Yeah.
sophisticated.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a baby quilt.
Yeah,
Very fun.
that's so.
Well, the last one is just me. I have never thought I would do crumb blocks, but I'm having so much fun with these stupid things.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, that's just these are the 3 I did yesterday, and then I did 3 more today. So
What are you going to do with them?
I have no idea.
And give
What
them
colors
those
did you do
plain
today?
quilts.
Today I did purple and pink and what was the third one? Orange. I'm going to do one that's black. I'm going to do one that's black and white. And I think I'm going to do one that is white with just the little, whatever little pattern I have in something. So we'll see. Who knows what I'll do with them, but it's been kind of fun just having something to piece on. The other thing that I'm doing is quilting on the brown stripe quilt that I showed earlier this summer. And I'm doing it with rulers, and sometimes it's working and sometimes it isn't. So I need something that I can move away from and do something else for a while. So that's what I'm doing.
Those blocks are really pretty.
Yeah, they're fun to do. I hope maybe it'll clean out my drawers a little bit, but I'm doubtful that it will.
They're addictive.
What did you call them?
Crumb blocks.
Chrome?
Crumb, C-R-U-M-B.
Oh, why are they crumb? Because they're just little pieces?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the pieces of fabric that are too small to use but too big to throw away.
Yeah.
Doggy bag rejects.
There you go. There you go. And then the last thing, this has been on Facebook, so y'all probably have already seen it, but I thought it was cute.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I don't know. Yep.
I don't know. It's just fun to get it. It's fun to have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I showed him last
We're
night.
just going to sew and sew and sew.